CD drive faults are now becoming more common on the Bang Olufsen Beosound 1 as the players age. Luckily, there is one common cause that we will address in this video and get the player running again. Symptoms of a failed CD drive include the player automatically rejecting the CD after it's inserted, as seen in the video. The player will reject the disc and open the CD tray. Another symptom is the CD spinning rapidly and failing to play. These symptoms point to a failed CD drive laser. At QuickCycle, we offer tested, confirmed working lasers, tools, and repair services. The parts we sell are independently tested by us before dispatch, so you can have confidence that the part will fix your issue. In addition, all our parts and repair services are backed by a 1-year guarantee, so you can be sure of a long-term fix. There may be cheaper imported parts available, but these parts and services are often unreliable and may fail in short order, leaving you back at square one. Please review the following warning messages before we show the repair. Now we will show how to disassemble to access and change the laser on this player. First, remove and disconnect the power lead from the player to ensure it is fully isolated from the electricity supply. Then, remove the player's front cover. Place the player on its back on a soft surface and give the bottom edge of the cover a tap with the palm of your hand to release it. Once it's released and moved upwards, it can be lifted off and set aside. Now remove the 9 screws from the highlighted locations. These are all T20 Torx screws. You will need long reach Torx bits to reach the bottom set. We sell a specific suitable Torx driver kit on our site, quickcycle.co.uk. Remove the sticker on the front of the player slowly to ensure it's not damaged so it can be replaced later. With all the screws removed, the back cover will be free to be unclipped and taken off. Place the player on its front and give the back cover a wiggle and lift to free it. With the back cover removed, you will need to disconnect the CD drive connections to the main circuit board. Before disconnecting, mark one of the 4 wire connectors with a permanent marker. There are 2 identical connectors, so this will act as a guide when reconnecting to ensure they are replaced in the correct positions. Mark both the male and female part of the connector. The wire connector can gently be wiggled free from their connectors. There is one ribbon cable with tabs on either end of the connector, which must be lifted gently to release the ribbon cable so it can be removed. Once all connectors are released, the top section of the player can be removed by pushing backwards. With the top of the player removed, this needs to be flipped upside down and the back cover for the CD drive housing removed. There are 4 torque screws to remove to free this backplate with the CD drive. With the screws removed, take a picture of the cable routing before removing the back panel, as the positioning is important. The cables are routed between gaps in the bottom cover to prevent interference. And take note of the location of the previously marked connector. Unroute the ribbon cable from the clip so the bottom cover can be removed. You now need to free the CD drive from the cover. This is done by squeezing the rubber isolation feet and gently pulling them out of their sockets to release them in turn from each corner. Once released, mark the 4-pin connector on both male and female sides. Again, there are 2 identical size connectors that can be confused. And remove the cables. Flip the CD drive over and remove the 4 torque screws securing the CD drive controller circuit board. Lift the circuit board from the cutout side and hinge it upwards slowly and carefully as the circuit board is attached by ribbon cables to the CD drive. With the circuit board hinged upwards, lift the tabs on the ribbon cable connectors to release the ribbon cables. Remove the plastic laser guide with T6 screws. Again, we do offer a torque set with this T6 size included. Remove the retaining clips on both ends of the laser guide rod. Lift the guide rod out of its slot on the back side of the CD drive to get the laser away from the cogs so it can be removed. With the laser removed, remove the rubber isolators from the guide rod and remove the rod from the old laser. Insert it into a new tested replacement laser. Keep the static earth clamp on the laser in place and do not remove it until it is time to insert into the circuit board. It is important to use a known good part, otherwise you could end up with intermittent playback and be unsure if you have bought a defective part or have a defective player. With our tested parts, you can be confident of a reliable repair, first time. Reinsert the laser in the drive. Once installed and secured, check the laser movement by running your finger along the worm gear to rotate it and move the laser back and forth to confirm it moves freely. Reinstall the circuit board, ensuring the ribbon cables are installed square and the tabs locked back in place on the connectors. Now we test the player. All working again, good as new. If you want a tested laser to complete the repair yourself, or you would like us to repair your player for you, please click the links in the video description. We are rated number 2 electronic repair business in the UK on Trustpilot, with a 4.9 star rating by always working to provide our customers with the best outcomes. Thanks for your time and good luck with your repair.